Okay, so soul family. Guess what? I'm getting a lot of downloads today. And I'm preparing myself for more downloads. So I'm going to have to release some of the download that I already got, or else I'm going to explode with download. Okay, so let me release this into the universe. So yesterday, I did a reading for um, the sign our sun is in as a collective, which is Libra. Okay, and I believe that Spirit wanted me to tell Libra in that reading to prophesy to the four winds, and the four elements will be their ally. I also believe that that word is somehow connected to the whole collective of people under every sign, because our sun is in Libra, okay? Although our moon was in Sagittarius, but our moon entered yesterday also into Capricorn, and I haven't gotten any download about that yet. But anyway, so I wrote this down on paper because that was one of my ways of releasing this information. But I feel like it keeps haunting me until I just do a video about this to share what it means, what that message meant, because the message was basically to prophesy to the four winds, and the four elements will be your ally, right? I said that, I know. So, about the elements being your allies, okay, when we prophesy to the four winds, that's what Spirit put in my head today, okay? And this is what I wrote. Water is movement, air is also movement. Two different purposes in the movement, I think. But anyway, I got this whole visual, and I'm hoping as I tell you this, you get a visual too, okay? So you can get a little bit of a visual of how the elements work in your favor in order to make what you prophesy happen, or in order to for us to manifest what it is that our heart's desire. We have to prophesy to the four winds, and to me that's just a fancy way of saying pray, right? Okay, but anyway, and knowing the part of the divine army that's helping you manifest what you want, basically. But okay, so water is movement, air is also movement, earth is still, and it represents being planted so that you can grow. So we have some of us who feel like that we're seeds planted, and that's why we may feel stagnated. That's why we may feel like we're in the dark about our purpose and what to do and things like that. But we are planted so that we can grow. And being planted in the earth also stands for security. And so that's the pentacles, and that's the Virgo that we was in. A lot of people was probably feeling a little bit stagnated, you know what I'm saying, or planted, or whatever, and not really understanding that energy, because if they're in Virgo, they should be, flowing in prosperity, right? Sometimes we just don't understand. But anyway, and fire represents movement if the air moves it, okay? Fire represents movement if air moves it or puts it out. So fire can be put out. Water can put out the fire. So it can mean death and rebirth when we are in our fire signs, or when our sun or moon is in a fire sign. Even the earth can put out a fire. If you think about, if you throw dust or dirt or sand on fire, it can put out the fire, right? If the fire is spread, and the water's not sent to flow and put it out, air is not sent to blow and put it out, dust is not kicked, in order to put the fire out, then that might mean that the fire is meant to spread in the season that you're in for the purpose of destruction. Okay, I forgot. Oh, I got my glasses right here. So when we're in a season of destruction, that sounds bad, but it really is good, because the things that are going to be destroyed in our lives are the things that no longer serve us. All right, we're getting rid of our old personalities, we're getting rid of old habits that no longer serve us, old thinking that no longer serves us, and no longer brings us to a point where we can where we can manifest desirable things for us, or manifest our heart's desire. Right. So, getting rid of the old and preparing us for something new is one of the reasons why, when we are in our fire sign, we're experiencing water moving to put out that, well, we're not experiencing the other elements coming in to put that fire out, or we are. These are the reasons why. Fire may bring, let's see, the wind. Okay, so we're still talking about fire, and the wind may blow into our existence when we're in the fire sign, to bring in something new, or the water can come into our existence to clean up and move debris, to prepare us for the wind to bring in something new. Okay. So you know what? I'm gonna have to really study that. I'm gonna have to really get grounded in that, because me saying it and explaining it to you right now, um, I I feel like I'm regurgitating it from spirit, to where I really don't feel like it's one with me yet. But I can't wait to be able to just talk about that, and it's just part of who I am, to understand this knowledge of how the elements is our ally when we prophesy to the four winds. And however we choose to do that, we can do that by praying. We can do that by praying. We can do that by just speaking to the north, east, south. You know what I'm saying? We can do that by recording. We can write down the desires of our hearts, and pray about it. However we pray, to the four winds. But it's about, even if you just pray to God, or pray to yourself, or your higher self, or however you light a candle, however you do it, how you do it, just keeping in mind that this is what you're doing. You're prophesying to the four winds, okay? And the elements of the earth is your ally, working all things together to get you what it is that your heart desires, because the reason why it is a heart desire for you is because God is the one who gave you that heart's desire, and gave you a free will to fulfill that heart's desire in your own life. Okay, that's why we have to answer our own prayers in some type of way. But anyway, don't let that throw you off. Have a blessed day. Pick up these pearls and rock them, beloved. Don't trample them. Peace.